Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Okay, they're going to go for a Yasuo Senna bot lane. Definitely more on the scaling side. I think that Yasuo can have a relatively safe laning phase, but I think the beauty of Yasuo Senna, we've seen this in last week of the LEC.
That's a nice way to show appreciation towards the same fact as this one's not gone. Video's got to step up to the wave. He's just burnt his flash. He's trying to rush it thinking, nah, I'll be fine. As Isma comes on in, he's got the flash, the flail's out. All he needs is a couple more autos and Video's going to die. That charm off a cooldown and it doesn't matter. First blood comes down and well punished from the greed of Video.
I mean, I will say I'm surprised.
With that first dragon going down, at least for SK, we talked about the front to back. That's great as Niski tries to jump on in. He needs a flash ulti here. Kazi and Hylissang have no summoners, but playing around the fact he can poke down. While you can see Hylissang has also moved up here, now syncing up with Douglas a bit more as well. As Vedi has told you, 2 seconds till the grubs come up as Isma launches the prison out. Hylissang might be in trouble. It's a double knock-up as well. Good CC from SK. And Hilly's on a hair's breadth with no summoners from before. Isma flashes and matches and down he goes as Niski sends Douglas on the spot. That ult is something to give him time and it works! How does it work? You don't know until you see it with your eyes. The charm as well, almost catching Dos on the way out, but
just yet, but he's here to join the party. We see Ari stuck underneath her tower. No ulti available, of course.
Nor for Photon either. That's going to be a route down onto Dos and it interrupts the charm too. Good pick. Dos can't get out and Video secures a kill while now one grub left behind. SK were able to deny 6 but not 5. So Vitality in the end also getting the pick off. They have the gold lead and it's 2,000 for that amount here at the 11-minute mark. So the early game still going spectacular despite SK finding that pick before.
There was so much on cooldown for both sides in that exchange that I'm honestly surprised that SK tried to fight that.
Might be dead. I mean, Rumble overheats and there you go. Big bad Photon again performing out of his right. I think the fastest I've ever seen, what, 100 stacks is probably about 17, 18 minutes, something. No, maybe it's even faster than that, maybe 16 we're talking about. As no one to reference, Photon's going to get ulted in the meantime though. Equalizer does come down. Ulted a little bit late from Hilly. He can't do too much in the response. The ganking squad there and
CC of a Cassante and Sejuani. It's not going to be enough, but Douglas.
Corrupted. It's good. Onto Isma. Remember, he's got no ulti, so one in return with a quick charm. That's a kill. Over to Douglas. Now he picks up one himself. And right back on the board, our Vitality. The best of 3 goes. Again, you know, last split, I feel like it was a bit of a shock in the pan. I remember the Vitality.
He's safe with this Rakan, and I can bait VTO out, which means that we can get a kill. But VTO reacts. It's almost like I say almost like, he's clearly very aware of the collapse. And he just sidesteps it very well.
Good driving.
2 towers secured. That's fine, they can still send it down here. I don't know if he'll actually make connection with the tower. Actually now on his side of the jungle, they've spotted out Isma. Just guarantees this top tower. Contention, I say that word a lot, but I mean, this is kind of how pros think, right? You re-saying like, okay, what's the next objective? What are we thinking about? What are we thinking about? And overall Vitality, really nice setup. Photon needs to be careful.
I think he's just dead here. I mean, he's going to overheat for a second. There is a flash available. Don't listen to me. Again, this is why I get paid to yell.
But now they know exactly where Isma is, which unlocks a lot of options for Vitality. They're going to look towards that tier 2.
Well, actually, might be in trouble. I mean, Card's going to get taken over the turret. He's just exploded upon center. Won't save his life, and it's a shutdown. Now for the Viol on top of this Zeri. Can they get Exekick? They can't! They can't kill Exekick. He kites back in front of his team where Irrelevant is already so tanky. And with a knockback as well, Hilly's up next, and this is the problem. If they get a tank in front and the damage behind, it seems so easy for SK to execute like that.
This is also why Irrelevant earns so much praise.
Oh, yeah.
What a great play from him. Vitality's logic and decision-making the Dragon.
And it'll be third as well. I mean, how's the steal from Douglas? He has to commit all or nothing at all. And nothing is the answer. His teleport by the double's been burned by Vitality. They're trying to run them down. But remember that Irrelevant has 2 items.
The beauty of the position that SK find themselves in now is... Oh, they may have found a pick.
Again, Photon didn't burn flash last time, though. Equalizer's out. Damage on Isma is out. The flash behind him as well. He's still overheating, but he won't get the chance to auto again. Niski sends him up against the wall, and it's a beautiful return from SK, but now they have to get out as Niski is the new target. He won't burn a summoner, but he will burn his life as it's a 1-for-1 trade.
I wonder if this is a Baron possibility. Isma is very suspicious. They don't know if this is a trap or not, but I think they're just going to get it.
Now they see. I mean, where's the damage at 3K?
Douglas.
Steal! He does! keep Vitality nice and strong, but now for the turnaround play, SK have brought in the quickness and Dot's in a great spot. Niski's ult with so is Hillesang will take one for the team. It's a double already as they're diving this turret still here, and Kazi just has to sit, try and play around with the triple. Already given over to Exit Kick, but Video looking for one back. 3 members for the Costa Baron. You still get the Baron. SK picking up the Baron, sneaking that from under the thumb, and Vitality are left there chilling with the Dragon coming up in 30 seconds. As Douglas's angle could be huge. He flashes. He's going to cease and desist with the equalizer on top. And Hasaki execute the target. They just need to finish it off, and finally they do. Vitality all in, and it pays off. 500 grand on red. I think you're getting about at least 250 back with Niski getting a kill on Douglas to re-engage the flash away. Video's out for the time being, but the quickness there as Photon is burning alive. Dos flashes over and will get the kill by himself. It's so messy as SK still have numbers advantage, and Photon is left standing in the midst of the fight. It all erupted. It all just started with a great pick, and as Photon again, SK have been trailing in gold this entire game, but never out of that arm's reach. It's still very valiant as they look for this front to back that continues to be angled by people like Isma. Dos irrelevant with the engage, while X-Kick and Niski, the DPS carries are doing it all. Quickness now comes through, turret goes down. It's the knock up again, and for Dos, he's sacrificing his life, but it's all in a good cause. X-Kick can continue to stand up alongside Niski. The DPS must be cheering with how easy it is to front to back.
But it's getting harder and harder for Vitality to actually execute on these fights. Irrelevant is such a monster.
Kazi, well played, dodges away, and again!
Ooh.
Oh, Kazi with the fancy feet. It's like watching Michael Jackson on Beat It as the last breath gets him out as well. Niski under turret is tanking up as Equalizer follows through. Kazi is still alive, dancing around. If only they could finish the job. Vitality would add so much more, but
evidently gets dived on.
And again, X-Kick, I mean, it's been hard to kill him as we've seen already. Video's going to try, though. Spirit Rush over the wall. Charm doesn't connect, though. Equalizer is following through, so Vitality have got some good damage out, but Video's almost dead. Dos now looking for him as sending the blade out is good, but Douglas is isolated. And SK, again, it's all these tools used to kill X-Kick, but they just never able to finish the job. As Hilly over the wall, it's actually going to be for Video. He's just destroyed for a shutdown. And Vedius, as we keep seeing these fights play out, now it just feels so hopelessly doomed. Card's going to try again, but Irrelevant gets a kill. It's a snipe down on Hilly from afar as well. SK with another. And these team fights are way too out of control. But it feels like Vitality's hand in it has just completely gone.
A very different look for SK. Their early game, they fell behind a little bit, but they played these team fights to perfection. Their team fighting was arguably their weakest point so far this split, but they've cleaned that up coming into game 1.
I mean, it's an opener for game 1 for SK that looks brilliant. Still the resilience here in this game, comp or no comp, as X-Kick now has to run away. It might not be over yet, thanks to the equalizer from Photon.
I mean, he flashed in, used Hourglass while had the Flame Splitter up to kill the minions as much as possible.
He's like, hang on a minute. There's something going on in there. Seeing Irrelevant now is good as well as Niski gets the shove back. Kazi was too far forward in mid, and he's just going to die. That might open things up. The ult to get him out is a good attempt, but Niski gets the kill. 5 versus 4. Baron, as you said, Vedius. Now, this just seems like an easy.
Irrelevant catching out Kazi and Vitality as they're trying to siege onto that bot tier 2, unlocking the 3rd dragon. Pulled out.
Useless. Fair call. Without the ulti, feels like it. Niski, as he steps up, I mean, just trying to do the final bit of damage that ends this game. Kazi's going to be tagged down. There's the ulti. He'll get run down here as well. No fancy feed allowed. They just run him through. One mistake and punish well. As SK going forward now with the tanks. Look how easy it is. Trying to deny that is Hillesang and Video kiting back, but in the front line, Photon sits until he's burned himself. Hilly jumped on, and the gap closed from SK is oppressive. The team fighting has been oppressive as well. And to open up this BO3 for our spring playoffs, the LEC say, hey, SK, you got your dancing shoes on today as well. Start us off 1-0.
So let's just talk about Zilean. Great scaling champion, right? This champion only gets more annoying the later into the game.
Video it's just like deja vu. We've been in this place before. The flash was burnt, then he rinsed and repeated it again. So this time, Video gonna stand here, flash, but he's way too far forward. Permafrost there, stuns him up, and first blood goes to Niski. Why?
Change in the script, can they make it work?
The Fury bar is there though, so Irrelevant can heal up a bit. TP defensively, Douglas still going for it. Flashes away and still gets the damage down. Match though, as Douglas has to burn his own.
Feels safe to stick around.
crazy is it that, again, early game gold lead for Vitality through that top side. Hilly steps too far forward to the turret. Exit kick just accepts the donation there. So the closer they are to level 6, you know, the more this lane is going to go
Level
even better.
6 about to be ticked over here. Look, Isma's hovering around.
Said the shuffle back though, the combo's there. Niski flashes out of respect and Isma picks up the kill on video. Hilly made the roam, he flashed for it as well, but SK again in with blood.
They are just punishing though. A nice stacked wave. Irrelevant would love to get this farm.
Oh man, he could get level 6 off it as well, but they're not going to give him the chance. Against the wall, has nowhere to go. Isma flashes to try and help out, but Douglas tanks it up. Photon with the next one. Look at the size of the wave. And Vitality with big moves in the top.
We think about his performance in the previous game. Exit kick, no flash, remember. VTO has him cornered.
Oh wait, the angle, it's mind games, isn't it? Hang on over the wall, he then follows through Shockwave. Still catches him by the toesies. And Kazi picks up that kill. That's going to feel great considering no one else is in the bottom side. Kazi's going to push this wave, by the way. So even despite this volley bear dying before, now is flash up and available. Niski for the all-in, but he's gone deep for this. Douglas flashes, smashes him. Bear slap to the face. The honey in the wrong tree, though, so he gets out of there, but SK don't care. They'll take him down. They'll give themselves another over to Exit kick. And you know what? I'm singing 3, right? I mean, I personally, in winter, put them in top 3. In spring, I still feel like Irrelevant and Photon are in the upper echelon.
Maybe look at the minimap. They're moving down. VTO and Hillisang have their eyes on the Azir.
Crazy.
Going to be spotted on a ward though, so he should be able to get away to safety.
Maybe it's just SK moving up here, isn't
He's
it?
TP! He's TP!
Onto Photon. Okay, Niski gonna get out. That means he's safe, but for Photon, he burnt the flash before. Niski gonna go on in himself. He Emperor's Divide for good luck. Somehow DOS gets it with the Ignite, but SK now can deny the 6 grubs, pick them up themselves, and still on the board in an even one. I've been watching a lot of Monty Python stuff. If anyone doesn't get the reference, just YouTube it, you'll be right. Ulti again doesn't miss. Betty said it before, doesn't miss, but Chrono Shift means you can't kill Photon for the time being, but they bide their time. There's the flash forward. Isma slows down. Niski needs to get in range, and he does with a flash of his own. A 3rd kill for this Azir. And even though gold's even though Vitality getting something back in this game, every single time we see a play like this, Betty, but again, sometimes words are hard. As video might be dove here. DOS is coming on in. Remember, he can turn the turret off as the Cosmic Binding's beautiful. Ignite down as well, but the Shockwave is getting the tail end. Video survived for so long as Isma finally finishes the job, but Tacklers can't get the final kill. DOS can't die. And SK on a hair's breadth again. Get out.
Which means a lot of damage was lost. Vitality doing the smart play, cross-mapping, unlocking mid, unlocking bot, keeping the overall gold even, but you mentioned it before, a 1k gold lead now for Niski. The mid laner has been put very far behind.
But Vitality have to walk into River.
They're determined to fight this. Shockwave available. Keep your eyes on Douglas. He's going to be the ball delivery system.
Good damage. X-Kick took half his HP. Photon might have set up the fight massively. Tempered Fate misses as well on the Dragon at 2k. It's over to Vitality. 5 members still here. Glacial Prison is into Douglas, and the damage in the backline is big on SK, but on the side, DOS with a Cosmic Binding again, but no one's there to follow through, but it's a bait. It's a ruse. Vitality can't lock him down. SK are out with all 5 members, however low yet again. But the Dragon stacking has been... Gold is even. 2 items are coming across. That Rabadon's Death Cap we talked about with Niski is there. But I want to talk about something super specific. If Kazi will let me, maybe he won't on X-Kick. He's running forward. Flash away, it's match. X-Kick's dead! That is the Mad Lions 80 carry that is represented at Worlds that people feared in EU. That's the man that Vitality can count on.
Kazi, completely unafraid, dives in.
And again, a pick off. SK getting caught with their pants down, and after a double stun, Hilly sets it up. Kazi smacks it down. 2 quick kills for the Xayah. Vitality have completely opened up this game.
Bit of banter between the 280 carries in the all chat as well. Love to see it. These players hyper competitive. Of course, Kazi did commit his flash for that. The Herald now being used in mid lane. Vitality feeling that confidence now. Here comes Isma and Niski though, the duo that's found them so many picks.
Oh, but it's a flash from Douglas. They want to engage, just one, turn it around. Double flash for the bomb from Hilly, but only one connects, and it's onto his own jungler. Now to get out. Douglas doesn't have the ulti, doesn't have the flash. It was burnt before. Niski gets a kill. He has to flip on the bottom lane 2v2 as Kazi's running for his life. A good root out. A cleanse out as well. SK with something back here as the Baron's about to spawn.
This could very well just be the Baron for SK. The jungle is dead. They see that Photon is pushing in the top lane, has the TP available.
Vitality are playing second fiddle. Spectators in this game of League of Legends. The Shockwave brings back the carries. Niski is the double root. Tempered Fate as well. Baron goes down, but look at the health bars. Irrelevant running into Hilly, but Photon's quickly behind him. Bobbed away. Kazi takes out the jungler. Photon takes out the Croc. And it's a quick trade of Baron for 3 lives. Kazi did pick up a kill on Isma on the back end of that trade. And Vitality, as you said, they might not be too unhappy about it, is on the Dragons. Mine is there. X-Kick and Dots are now in the pit. This is a dangerous spot. Dots has to flash away. X-Kick will have to go over the wall, but Photon's poke is huge. And X-Kick takes it over the wall. Douglas in low range.
Kazi!
And Kazi takes the kill! Why did X-Kick go over? But now with the chrono chip, don't think it's over. Don't think it's over. Kazi's coming back alive. He'll get spun out to die, but Photon's still in the fight. As this one's been KO'd from the start to finish. Photon jumps in, gets another kill. The most fed member of Vitality matches the flash. Picks up a double. Matches into the triple. And Vitality wipe them clean eventually.
What a crazy team fight. Kazi bought...
Vitality not going to say die here in this game, and especially not now with a 4K gold lead. Other Dragon picked up as well, but it might start off a pick here from SK under turret. Isma can't finish the job, so he takes all the turret shots, and that might just be the retreat, but Douglas won't let them. He's almost got flash available. Stormbringer there, the slowdown onto Niski. Stormbringer comes through, double stun bomb. Hilly says, yeah, brother, go on in. We've got our whole boys here alongside. Another quick 2 kills, and look at the top side in the meanwhile. Video's pushing in the base. SK are running for their lives. And it's all just coming up Vitality. All of a sudden, it is...
Champion has a history of getting kited. There's no way you're getting kited by this monster once he gets sped up by the Zillion.
No, that can't be right. But we're going to watch it in action. There we go, doing the time warp. Again on Kazi, the flash forward, the shockwave, the dunk down. Vitality are now putting SK in the ground. It's going to game 3, folks. Kazi's way too big. You know, moments from people like Hilly, Kazi. I think the supporting staff in this game, Video who's 0-3 and 10, some fantastic setup. Even in the last game, even though the Yasuo didn't work out, like we saw some of that in the team fighting too.
That's true, it did.
Like it has been a good series for Kazi, I think overall. Vitality now putting their money where their mouth is as Doss is caught out. Look, the police siren again. Woo-hoo! Doss is dead. Maybe Stormbringer, that's gonna help him get out. Douglas is fine. Photon is just fine with the kill, and in a 5 versus 4, the base is now in tatters for SK.
I love how Hilly uses the heal just to help his AD carry close the gap. He's like, oh, you need a movement speed? Let me help out. Nicely done. Unlocks the mid.
They're going to try, aren't they? I mean, this is Niski with 3 times with the Crypto Bloom.
Hang on a minute.
Isma on the backside. No, don't 50-50! Don't 50-50! The flash over, they get out as Video's like, hang on, give me my money back. Onto X-Kick and Isma, the ball's out of range. Niski going forward, TP to save their lives as well. Photon chasing after them. Renekton's there, irrelevant. Taking the front line. Redemption helping out with the chrono shift. Revives Photon. Hold on a second, we're doing the sequel. But Vitality can't get the chase anymore. Why do we 50-50 Barons, Vedius?
From Doss will help.
Yep.
But the shield bow also picked up for X-Kick.
Woo! Out of range. Wow, he's fast! Oh my god! Don't mess with the police! Vitality now have got 5 versus 4 again. Niski's just dead. He burned the flash in the previous fight. 50 seconds without the Azir. What are Vitality gonna do?
And he becomes the fast. Remember, they can still dive.
They can indeed. USS going to be used with
Here
Chaos Bell. They turn off the turret. It's Douglas, but he's taking up damage. Tempered Fate buys time, though, and that means the turret is back on. What an ulti from Doss! As X-Kick running forward. Kazi, though! The flash with the shockwave combo! Oh my god! Kazi now free-throwing. He's got the time warp on him. He's got everything on him. We are definitely setting up Kazi for success on Vitality. 12, 1, and 5. It looked like support diff from Doss. It looked like SK were able to stall that out and start bringing the game further back. But Vitality now that they've got all the pieces of the puzzle there, with Kazi set up for success, and the 99% is abusive. It's so disgusting. Vitality under the turrets trying to end this game still, but the Bell used. His QSS is not available. Less tools available for this Xayah for the time being. Photon, not going to get caught out. No, Tempered Fate used though. SK get him against the wall. Isma tanking up for now. X-Kick, ulti's out. The lightning surges. Photon's dead. Oh, he's dead. Irrelevant now chasing after Video. Won't find the pick. Kazi stands strong mid, but They kill the top laner who doesn't have TP, and SK will, again, doing the time warp is easy. And for Vitality, it's just a jump to the left over towards that Baron, remember. All they have to do is walk towards the pit, but they don't want a 50-50. Is through the choke here. Isma sets on up. Douglas gets the bell on top. Ding, ding, round 2 over to Irrelevant, while Niski is now face first in this brush, flushes away again.
Here comes Kazi.
Kazi runs forward, but Tempered Fate locks him in place, but SK choose the other angle, go for the bottom of the fight. Kazi gets the root down onto Niski at the top there. Douglas, Stormbringer's out, Video caught in the middle, SK a front to backing with Irrelevant, taking up the damage, but DOS versus Kazi won't win out. Kazi is a machine. Stand away from the weird bird. She will kill you.
The feathers are flying right now. They did lose VIT, 40 seconds.
And this will turn into a full 5-on-5 for maybe the game.
Isma is going back to base. It's going to be uncontested. Okay. The Baron is secured. Vitality have unlocked the objective. Love to see from Kazi and Hilly as a duo when they're playing well together.
Look at him. The cameraman can't keep up.
Is he overstepping though? He's alone here, no Orianna.
Oh, you're right, Irrelevant dominance use onto Kazi. He's got summoners available with the feathers fly first. Watch this, Zaya stepping up again. Video gives him shielding. No one attacking him for now. The roots come through. Kazi at half HP. The rest of the fight going through. Niski shoves back by space, but again, Kazi running forward without a care in the world. X-Kick trying is over the wall onto Irrelevant. Douglas going to take this chase, but observers go to the right side. I want to see what else is happening as a big chunk gets taken out. Vitality run through mid. They've gotten the solo laners 3 versus 5. Finally, is this it?
It's a shockwave that connects. That's enough to end the reign of SK. We're gonna go to a third game. Kazi continues to decimate his opposition, and SK will fall at the hands of Vitality as they bring us to 1-1.
A performance on Zaya. Mid.
It looks like it's going to be there. A lot of AD damage.
Yeah.
But
LS Kaiser build exists.
I mean, that's true. It's probably the AP AD carry across 3 games. I think same for Hilly as well. I don't think he played Rakan in game 1. But now look at how they utilize this early pressure. DOS level 2, he can fight Douglas.
I mean, feeling confident, jumps on in, but remember, he has no summoners. He's going to get knocked up. Permafrost's going to be there, and he's dead. First blood over to Vitality. Venice, that's why I said it's huge for the 2v2, because DOS had nothing to use.
You're quite right. What a blunder from SK.
It might not be done.
Wait, they don't
Twisted advance out of the shock blast, but it doesn't matter either. SK with a trade onto Hilly with a low health bar. X-Kick flashes, but Hilly's out. Doesn't burn his own. It's now for the permafrost, for the double. It's there, but it's a trade-off. Second skin is the word I was looking for that Kazi eventually gets the trade with.
All I see is the passive from Douglas is coming through, and he doesn't want it to get interrupted, so he ends up never getting to use it. Then they engage onto Douglas, but remember, Kazi only level 2, doesn't have that much damage. We come back to live.
We're just going again. Hook shot, walk shot to get out. Niski was the target, then Douglas turns, but 3 members of SK are here as he engaged from Hilly, sets on up for the dunk down from the Jace. DOS again, might be taken down, and he is. Second death for this Camille support, and it's not the same as when Hilly played it. DOS is so far behind.
DOS is floundering on this Camille. It all comes back to that level 1. They have control thanks to the push they were able to gain in the bot lane. Kazi primarily going to be playing on the weak side in this game, pretty much as he has throughout this series. A lot of the attention has been given to Photon in the early laning phase. Hits him with a Q, also auto-attacks the control ward, and W's away to safety. 3 things at once.
Yeah, do that. We got a 2v2 again. Destiny going to be used. Numbers advantage going to be gained here by Vitality, and SK walking to this after they just burned the Azir ulti is a rookie error. Douglas still going to die as DOS flies on in, but a double or over to Video, and once again Vitality are going to be happy to have a fed Jace. Give him a triple, and 4-0 start for Video. He was great on the Orianna, but you better buckle up for his Jace.
Wow, so VTO has not been getting kills in the early game all series long, but this time around they reward him with 4. Vitality looking strong. Dragon, 40 seconds. You imagine this will be the next objective as both supports run into each other once again.
But they've got Douglas by the side. I mean, Vitality are fine with this. Onto DOS. Remember, it's a level 4 Camille. What is he doing here? Isolated. A big mistake. And, I mean, Hilly's moving with his jungler. DOS is just moving.
That is his 4th death of the game. This Camille is not having the impact that SK wanted. And now the pressure is really starting to mount. Hilly with the ults.
The flash in, the all in. Isma's coming in, but second fiddle. The ulti finally comes through and hits, but as Hilly tries to avoid away, eventually the kill goes over. It becomes a trade, but Video's still looking for the turret plate. He'll find it too. And the main thing is that this mid laner gets another kill. I think that's still great for Vitality.
I mean, well played by Hilly. He doesn't get any summoners out of Nisqy, but that's because he didn't get a chance to move. DOS now, that ward is not allowed!
It is not. You know that the Sejuani's nearby. DOS! What's going on?
That is his 5th death, 11 minutes in. Continues to get caught out. He's had nothing but confidence today so far in his first 2 games where he was not getting, he was just dying in the early game.
Yeah.
But still finding impact, and that's the most crucial thing. Now Hilly looking for impact of his own.
Quickness and flash available. There's the Glacial Prison used under Irrelevant. He's a tank, but sniped out is DOS again. How much is he worth? There's a full dive from the Killer Instinct from Kazi. Sets up to kill Irrelevant, but he's tanky enough. Herald on the bot side is what we're looking at because they're doing spins, loop-de-loops, trying to get some gold back into SK's pockets. And they eventually will with Nisqy, but Vitality still break open top, get first turret of the game, get themselves another kill.
Nisqy going back to base, they've confirmed it. Should be unlocked. Hilly with some nice cover, providing some vision for Photon, makes this a very safe play, even though the rest of his team isn't really...
Well, with slow pushing waves on the side, and the poke again, TP going to be burned, and they're like, no, we're giving it up, but jumping on a Nisqy. Now Isma trying to defend, but Nisqy just teleported out. Vitality playing the slow game with Hiller saying, poking, diving, ducking, and Vitality looking for a little bit more. Whoa, no. Glacial Prison, I've seen this before. DOS is 1-7-2, and while Hilly made the Camille look extra broken, DOS is looking broken inside.
We'll turn our attention to mid. Vitality setting up the siege.
Do it again. Irrelevant, not tanky enough to deal with someone like Video and Kazi. Even X-kick over the wall. Killer Instinct not available just yet, so there's no chase, but more kills go down.
So I'll start by giving context on the TP. That may have looked questionable, but basically SK had decided that they were giving up the objective, and so Nisqy wanted to try and get ahead of the play. Kazi forced to flash.
Hextech ultimatum. DOS setting up nicely this time. Under turret though, it's a bit deep. Running forward, it's a good shutdown for X-kick though, as Douglas could be next. A kill onto the Zeri for SK is...
They get something back. They're definitely much needed. Nisqy now on the retreat. VTO, can you connect? Oh, force this.
So Photon as well, his ability to just auto down people like X-kick, Nisqy. I mean, get into the backline, like we talked about, not only the range, but there's huge dive and gap close.
Ulti's behind. It's so easy to find picks on side, and also you've got to remember, Kazi can just W out of nowhere, then he comes in as well. A Rakan has so much mobility.
Like this, right?
Exactly what we're seeing on our screens.
And TP's trying to match it, but Gold Card comes through. There's already a bit of damage to start off from Vitality. And remember the auto attacks I said from Photon. He's just whittling down DOS. Gold Card and Video takes the kill now for the quickness. The dive in still gets the charm. The all in the defensive position from SK, trying to get under the sun turret. Won't be enough either. Vitality know how to go, and they ain't stopping for SK in this series.
I'm so grateful that Vitality get to demonstrate exactly how their comp works. You try to push in a side lane, and it's so... The way in which Hilly and Douglas are moving around the map, the collapses that we've been seeing from Photon, this has been a really great team effort, and a good utilization.
More back and forth. You know, for SK to bring this game back from what is a bit of a deathbed, a game that is probably going to move them into the lower bracket at this point, seems so much more difficult. The dragon stacking was there early. Video is here right now. The jump on in, trying to kill Video, but he flashes away in the shock blast from downtown. It's an insult. Nisqy can't get anything done in this game, and I feel like the last straw was like 6 straws ago.
The locket coming in clutch from Hilly. Can he get the blast plant?
Yes.
He can. He gets away to safety. Low enough to take advantage of it.
Probably not.
Photon level 15 right now is just an absolute menace on a side lane, and this is the disadvantage of these team fight comps. It's so difficult to win these like skirmishes, these 1v1s, 2v2s, and Vitality just playing the map.
Got the 80 carry, Cleanse comes out, the Ents go marching again, down one by one. They find themselves a cheeky Hilly in the front line, but the damage ain't there as DOS is not willing to commit either. Gold card from Photon.
We can see two members from SK trying to push. They're trying to put some pressure down onto VTO. He's going to hold them off. They'll lose that tower, but that's fine.
They might lose the game, Vedius, because VTO
Exactly.
can 1v2.
There's no TP available for Irrelevant.
SK, are you ready to go to the lower bracket?
VTO's got to stop the backs.
Flashes on in. I think the answer might be yes. Vitality again going forward as a big shutdown goes to DOS to try and buy the game. Isma also finds Hilly, but Kazi still here. Desire that could. Excuse me, it's a Kaiso.
VTO now in a 2v1.
The brain today, but maybe there's some there for SK. Video against the wall, bops back onto Irrelevant. The kill's not there at the shutdown. They're still trying in the bot lane, by the way. Vitality are not giving up so easily.
I mean, Kazi's just throwing the poke out as much as he can. But SK, I mean, they get thrown a lifeline. Vitality go for a very greedy...
Wait, Niski will die. Wait, no he doesn't.
Okay. That's going to be a soul secured for Vitality. Just really impressive stuff. I was concerned for Vitality after the first game. I was like, have SK
before, but in a minute 20, we might have another one again in this series. Now, again, Nature's Grasp is coming through. Hillisang quickly dodges as Photon ghosts out of the way. That's a big team fighting ult, but for Vitality, remember, they can reposition. They can dive as DOS took so much damage from the W, and Irrelevant is getting poked down, auto down. Photon just won't stop. Irrelevant re-engages and dies. Kazi just presses W, and down he goes. I mean, it's so annoying to play against this comp, Vedius.
It really is. Photon is able to find that pick. Kazi finishing up the kill. They're going to break another tower. An inhibitor is sure to follow. Will they go for the Nexus? They know they have the numbers advantage here. They're catching the bot wave to help escort another wave in.
Look at this, look at the poke. Kazi as well, he's got that upgraded W, so it comes every 2 seconds. Niski at half HP, the poke follows through from video as well. Another one hits, another one. Call DJ Khaled, I think he's seen another one. Kazi gets Isma, and Vitality get the Nexus target, next kick. Finally ultis, but Hilly re-engages. Quickness not there, DOS baited in, poke down, almost one shot. Niski gets the ulti onto Photon. That keeps the defense going. It's Dackless as well. He's trying to bide his time, but X-Kick keeps the game going. Gets video, which keeps the ult going. He jumps forward, the engage is there. Triple for X-Kick. SK are not dead yet.
SK
It's a base he goes, Vinny.
The poke from Vitality is ruthless. And they're
dodged.
Attacking this final.
Grasp.
Oh,
they're in. Irrelevant finds himself a knockup on a Kazi. Killer instinct used. Okay, there we go. Wait, where's he going?
Backdoor.
Backdooring. Running onto the Nexus. Niski trying to stop it, shove him in, but he fluxes away. Photon's got it. He's got it. What a way to end the series. To move on in the upper bracket, Vitality knocked down SK just like Winter.
Photon leaves no room for error. Niski is aware of the potential.